welcome to a Math Warehouse video on SAT prep involving the equation of a circle. Okay, let's do the question. The graph of the given equation is a circle in the xy plane. The point AB lies on the circle. Which of the following is a possible value for A? And they give a bunch of -5, -2, 8, and 11. The equation is x minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 25. So they're basically saying that this is a circle, and by now I hope you know that the center is 4, 3, and the radius is 5. Radius squared is what's on the right side of this equation, and to get the radius itself, we take the square root of 25 and get 5. And there's some point on this circle, and they want to know which of these numbers could be the x-coordinate on that circle. So I've been harping on this equation here that you need to know, and I think you should for the SAT. And basically, if we're just looking at the general form, the only x values, remember x is like going sideways, the only possible x values is somewhere in this kind of range on a picture like this, right? If the center is HK and the radius is r, it can only go over r. In our question, that's 5. So it could only go over 5 in this direction or 5 in that direction. And only x values in this range are possible. You know, like over here, you're not on the circle. There's no way to be on the circle. Over here, no way to be on the circle. We don't care about going up and down because it's asking about the x value or a. So let's look at a picture of this and then come up with how we could solve it, right? So here's a picture of the same equation. Center 4, 3. Radius 5. That means we can go 5 to the right or 5 to the left. That means we can go as far as 9 and down as low as -1. So the only possible values would have to be between -1 and 9 inclusive, right? It could be 9, it could be -1. If you look at the answer choices, only 8 is in that range, right? So 8 right here you can see is within that range. If you tried to do -5, you would be way over in this area. -2 is also a little too far off the circle in the negative direction, and 11 would be too far. So, how do we solve something like this in general? What you want to do is you want to find the radius, which is 5, and then you want to find the center. So now, if it's talking about an x value that could be on there, you say, well, I'm starting at 4, x is 4, and I can do 4 plus 5, which is 9. I can do 4 minus 5, which is -1. I'm looking for numbers between them and including -1 and 9. So let's try one more. I didn't make up multiple choice options, but I did come up with a general question. And again, this is modeled off of a practice test question on an SAT's official practice test. Okay, so here's our question. X plus 6 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 49. The graph of blah, 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 right? Same idea, right? So let's think, what is the range of values that is possible? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, so first you need to know that the center is -6, 2. Remember, it's the opposite of whatever's going on up here. If it's y minus 2, the y value is 2. Now again, this question is focusing on the x value, or a. So all we care about is the -6. And the next thing to do is to find the radius. Remember, the right side of this equation is the radius squared. So to get the radius, you take the square root of that, which is 7. Now we want to go 7 in both directions from -6, right? So -6 and you subtract 7 to get -13, -6 and you add 7 to get 1. So the answer choices, when they give you answer choices, you're looking for something between 1 and -13. Nothing else, no other x values could be on that circle. So 0 would work, but 5 would be too big. -15 would be too big. So anyway, I hope you get this question now that you've seen it, because it's actually a very straightforward question.